That's what you are creating. You are creating from a place of wanting, from a place of lacking. You are the creator of your life. Talk about something that might be a little bit controversial, and that is prayer. What is prayer? Why have we been taught to pray all wrong? What if the way you've been taught to pray has been very wrong for a long, long time, and it was not by accident? I'm going to share with you exactly how to pray today so that you stop being a beggar. The only real way to pray is by gratitude. That's it. Gratitude. Gratitude is the only prayer. We've been taught so much in movies and books and stuff like that growing up that, people get down on their knees and they pray and they ask for things. Asking for things. The problem with asking for things is that it sets you up as a beggar. It sets you up as somebody who believes that there's someone else that needs to give you the things that you need, that you want, that you ask for. When in fact, when it comes to prayer, gratitude for what you already have, gratitude for what you want. And that might sound a little backwards because it's like, how can you be grateful for something that you don't already have? Well, that's the kicker, is that if you feel like you don't have, you are in a place of lack. You are coming from a place of lack. If you are always asking, if you are always wanting, that's what you are creating. You are creating from a place of wanting, from a place of lacking. And in that way, because you are the creator of your life, you are a piece of God's substance. Whether it was on purpose or by accident, you are God experiencing itself in human form. You are the creator. If you haven't watched my video, that I think it is even called You Are the Creator, watch it. Oneness. When you pray, come from a place of love and gratitude. If you right now have been experiencing lack in any place of your life, I want you to look for things that reflect having already in your life. Is there anything right now that you can be grateful for? That is your prayer. Connecting with those feelings and connecting with what you already have. You will never truly be happy until you learn to be happy with nothing at all. And it's true. If you're always looking to things to be happy, you're going to be chasing things for a long time. So, the prayer of gratitude. I like to, when I put my daughter to bed, we like to go through the things and we say, God bless. And saying God bless is saying, like, we bless. We are God. We are God experiencing. I'm going to say this over and over and over until it gets into your mind that you are God experiencing itself in human form. You are a piece of God's substance. So we say, God bless Nana. God bless Grandpa and Grandma. God bless all my aunties and uncles. God bless all my cousins. God bless all my friends. God bless Mommy. God bless Daddy. God bless Sister Ripley. And God bless this beautiful day. And we always stress that. And then we say a couple little prayers like the Lord's Prayer. But it feels so good to just look at all the things that make you feel really abundant. What do you have in your life that makes you feel so full? That is your prayer. You don't need to get on your knees. Pray on your knees. You can pray any way you like. No judgment. You can pray on your hands and knees. You can pray on your head. You can pray sitting, standing, twirling, anything you like. But when you pray the prayer of gratitude. You don't need to beg. You don't need to plead. You don't need to cry out in anguish, because all this does is send out the reverberation back to you of more anguish, more want, more need. This is where you stay. And this is what often gets people stuck, is because we keep saying, I will this and I will that, and I want this and I want that. And it's all of those things end up staying as a want. They stay just out of reach because you're using your words and your feelings and even your prayers to say, I don't actually have this. I don't have this. I want this. I don't have this. But connecting to the feeling of already having and being grateful for everything that you already have attracts more good into your life. That is the only prayer, the prayer of gratitude. It's the only thing that truly works. And another thing that can often hold you back is a lack of the feeling of self-worth. In fact, 98% of the population suffers from a feeling of the lack of self-worth, like you are not worthy. Were you ever raised in like a church setting where they made you feel like you shouldn't want anything? Like you don't want anything, you don't want to be greedy, you don't want to be needy, you don't want wealth, don't want anything like that. You know, the meek will inherit the earth. And it's like, you're allowed to gather wealth. You're allowed to want things and to get them and to work for anything that you want. You can cultivate anything you want in this realm, in this life that you're experiencing, with no guilt. You are allowed total permission to want anything that you want. But in that moment of want, just let it be a moment, and then have faith and put forth the efforts of gathering these things with full knowing that you are totally worth it. Gratitude, the only way to pray. Gratitude is the attitude of receivership. You've probably heard that before, and it's true. So you are not the beggar. You are the receiver. You are the creator. You are the creator. So what is one thing that you can do today to set your vibe on the vibe of gratitude? What do you have? What are you experiencing in your life that you kind of want to 180? What do you want to reverse? Are you dwelling on maybe your living situation? Maybe your home space isn't going well. Maybe it's your work. Maybe it's your job. What is it right now? Maybe it's your financial situation. What is it that you want to change? Because I guarantee you, your mindset has, and your voice as well, your words and your mindset, your thoughts have probably been on a little bit of a hamster wheel of reiterating the things that you don't have and you want, what you don't have and what you want, what you don't have and what you want. And you keep getting, more of what you don't want, and you don't have what you want. And that's the loop. Again, my video on being stuck in the loops, the verbal loops. It's the video right before this one. Watch that one after this, if you haven't seen it already. Prepare yourself for a prayer. Prepare yourself for a prayer of gratitude every single day. In the morning, in the evening. If you feel off in the middle of the day, get it on that too in the middle of the day to recharge you. Get in on the prayer of gratitude. List the things in your mind that make you feel so full. That is your prayer. Connect with the things that you're working towards and feel right now like you're already experiencing them. Look for all the minute little details that have come your way of synchronicities, of special occurrences, of meeting special people, even like something that somebody said that might have just put you off on like another great path towards something else. All these little leads that may have come to you, start to notice those. Because when you pray for something by being grateful for it already occurring, and you feel into the feelings of already having, all these little synchronicities will start to come to you. You will meet the right people at the right place in the right time. I think I said that a little backwards. You'll meet the right people at the right time in the right place. And it will be amazing. But you have to be open to these synchronicities. And every time you notice one, the prayer is gratitude. Thank you. I see you at work. Thank you. It is everything that you are connected to. There's nothing that you don't have an influence with. The layers of your life, with the people around you, everybody you interact with, it all creates these layers of life. So again, careful who you interact with. If you're constantly with people that are just naysaying everything, maybe get a little distance from them. Let them, if they want to be a naysayer, that's okay. Let them. You don't need to combat that. Just don't take part. Distance yourself a little bit. It's okay. So, gratitude, prayer, that's how you do it. Feel into it. Envision it. Whether it's, because time isn't real, past, present, future, you can be feeling into the gratitude of things from your past. You can be feeling into gratitude of things from your future. And you can be feeling into gratitude from things from the present time right now. Because there is only now. So however you perceive things, past or future, there is only now. And how you are feeling now is what creates. If you're living in the past with extreme traumatic events, it's time to process those things. You don't want to bring those forward, because that is what you're going to keep creating in your life. And if you're not clear on your vision for the future, that is going to create some cloudiness, and you might not get what you want. In fact, you very much will not get what you want if you're not clear about where you are going. That vision, the vision that you want to create it. Feel it. Your prayer is gratitude for having, gratitude for feeling that, gratitude for what you're doing right now. If you're not feeling a lot of gratitude, the thing I recommend doing is go do a good deed for somebody else. That boosts your vibe up way high. I'm in a group called the Do the Dream Extreme community on School, and Kathy B, you are the best. She put this as part of the game that we were playing with, Do the Dream Extreme. And one of the things you have to do is a good deed. Every week she would ask, what is your good deed? I loved this. It set me off on making sure that I was like, oh, if Thursday was coming around and the Friday call was the next day, I'm like, my good deed. Gotta make sure I do a good deed. And every week it felt so good to do something, whether I was making a donation, or it was a day I even drove around with a bunch of the small jars of my most excellent pain away balm. And I went to a bunch of construction sites, because I used to be a roofer, and I know how it is when you're working your butt off in construction, and you can get some aches and pains and bruises and smashes and all kinds of things going on. So I was like, I took a bunch of those jars out, and I just drove up to sites and like waved people over. I'm like, here, take one of these, and explain what it is, and like, use it, enjoy. I made a whole bunch of people's day. It was awesome. So do some good deeds, feel that vibe, and be grateful for everything. I know it's hard right now with a lot of the weird world stuff that's going on. They are really trying to bring us down and fearmonger everybody into a friggin' helpless ditch. So it's time to band together. We are the masses. We have a beautiful hive mind that is the universal subconscious mind that we can all use together. And the best way to do it is to pray with love and gratitude, being grateful. If you find yourself falling into the trap of fear and anxiety, do something, take action, do a good deed. It will help you out of that. Get to know your neighbors, get to hanging out with your friends that can lift you up and you can lift them up. Community is really important right now, because there's a lot of division that's being pushed, I guess you could say. There's a lot of push for division, because when you're divided, you're easily conquerable. So do not judge, just love one another, love your neighbor. It's really important in this time. So gratitude is the ultimate prayer. Remember that you are not a beggar, you are a creator, and I will see you on the next video.